Always on fire.
You're watching GuudeBoulderfist. You're watching GuudeBoulderfist. You're watching GuudeBoulderfist.
Hello guys, welcome back. Episode of MindCrack, and today we got a lot of stuff on the agenda, and we'll see how much we get done. We're gonna start off by making a shovel and enchanting it and seeing if we get something good. I hope we do, because I don't have a good shovel anymore that I can remember having. I need something closer to 20. 17 may be as good as I'm gonna get. I should have taken that 17. Oh, there's an 18. Even better. And fuck. Well, that's not so bad. I want to use this to start clearing out an area for the waterway, and I'm going to use some TNT. I went back and I got my TNT, or not my TNT. I didn't have TNT, but I went back and got my sulfur or gunpowder or whatever the fuck it's being called currently. I don't know. That's the problem with playing this game for many years, is things change names and stuff like that, and when I call something by the wrong name or forget a mechanic that's changed multiple times, I get reamed on. Reamed on. But I'd also like to start working on a little cabin up here, which that probably won't take very long. We'll see how much we get done today. I may not record all of this right here. I want to wire it up to use TNT to create an explosion there. I kind of got an idea of how I want to do it, so we'll see how it all works out. All right. One problem is the height changes through here. Let's see. Man, act right, game. You know, I spent a little while last night working on some stuff on here, and I brought a bunch of sand. I'm gonna show you guys that real quick. Man, did you see how big that area was? Let's see if I can get a good view of it again by coming over here. Look at how big that room is. Oh fuck, it went away again. I have to go check that out. How did you get into there? Let's see if we can get a view again. Jesus, that's just one big ass room. That's crazy looking. Alright, anyways, so I started working on the cove a little bit last night, and it was a lot of busy work, but I had something really cool happen that was completely unplanned, and that's what I want to show you guys. So I carted some sand up here, from the desert, obviously, and I was noticing something when I was placing sand in this little cove here, or bay, if you will. There's a lot of pigs up here, like up there, and I decided to not breed sheep in this area. This is just gonna be the Bay of Pigs. Ha ha ha! Funny, right? All right. And I went ahead and connected. This is the tunnel, so it'll connect over to the Bay of Pigs, and I want to you know, I said before, I want to have a way up so that I can connect to the hotel balcony area. So this here's gonna be my spiral staircase up. But as I was basically, I went outside and I got you know, XY coordinates, or mainly X or whatever coordinates, to where I wanted it to come out over there. And then I just came in here and dug into the wall. And when I started digging up, I came out up here in someplace really cool. It was just a happy accident, and so I'll show you guys that. Ta-da! So, and then like right through there is the bay, or not the bay, but the waterway that connects to the bay, right over there, and so on. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have this be like a little platform area or something like that. I was thinking about even putting like a glass dome or something, like a viewing area. Hadn't quite figured out what, but it's just too cool to not do something with it. And then I'll continue to connect through there to the actual hotel-esque area. So that is the plans that we have. I wonder if Zisto is able to sleep. Unfortunately, the time of night I play, there's normally no one else on. The reason why that's unfortunate is because I don't get to do a lot of the co-op stuff that other people get to do. But what makes me different from the rest of everyone else on the server is I have a baby, and so there's only certain times a day I can play. I've seen comments saying I need to do more stuff with people on the server, and I would be happy to do that. But the people on the server are not normally online whenever I am, and my time can't change. So there's that. I was listening back to my last episode, and I really did a shitty job of talking about Dragon Con. I think what I tried to do is sum up entire Dragon Con in one episode, and did not do a good job of that. Like I didn't really talk about the only panel I made it to was the Star Trek Voyager panel, and I was a little disappointed in that. I'm so bad with names. The only person whose name I actually know is Harry Kim. His name on the show was Harry Kim, but his real life name is Garrett. I can't remember the doctor's real life name. But in the middle of the whole thing, the doctor, that guy, whose name I can't remember, so many of you guys, he stopped the whole thing. Oh, I'm a monster hunter now. I finally made it. Wow, he made an executive decision to take fire to the face to come after me. But yeah, during the whole thing, the doctor stopped the panel to auction off a call list from the show. And before he auctioned it, he said, "This is the only one of these. There are no more. There's only one. Whoever wins it will have the only one." And he started at like $100, something like that. It ended up going for $350. After it went for $350, he said, "The person that bid $325, I actually have another one of these that I'll sell to you." And the whole thing was for charity for the church he goes to. I don't know. It seemed awkward. Like, I don't know. I think I was kind of like the kid that found out that Santa Claus is fake at this convention, because I also didn't realize that these actors, they go to these conventions and they sell autographs. Like, get the hell out of here, man! You can't sell autographs. That's just rude. So I don't know. I don't know. I was saddened by what I found out at this convention. I really always thought that people just gave out autographs. It's just a damn signature. But no. Alright, so this is Y63. Maybe I'm just delusional, but did you guys know that these guys go and sell autographs for like $100? Apparently, that's the only way they can eat, because they don't have a job anymore. I have to come down quite a ways here. That was 63 over there. We're 65 all through here. What's this over here at? This one over here is at 63 as well. I can't get over that. Ah, damn it. I want to get close enough to really look at it. Yeah, okay. So at least these will come together. Come together. But here's my plan with it. Which, hopefully we get there today. We may not get to actually set off the TNT today. That may be a tomorrow thing. Ah, this shovel is too slow. I really wanted a shovel. That's the official term, or a badge spoon, as it's commonly called. But yeah, apparently William Shatner, man, that motherfucker charges $250 for his autograph. $250. It's mind-boggling. I would not pay $250 for anybody's signature. Well, there might be someone. I can't. No one comes to mind. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, we're gonna go 5 wide. And what I'm gonna do after the fact is come through and kind of try to. I think I messed up here. I did mess up. That's alright. We're going to fill it in with water later. But I'll come through and try to make it look a little more natural and not just 5 wide, you know. And it's going to be more than 1 deep. My plan is to do this dry. Like, in fact, we can go ahead and get rid of this water here. Whoops. Yeah, I'm going to do it dry. I'm going to set up the TNT, and then I'm going to put water down, and then I'm going to blow it. Tee. So the water will be here on top, and the TNT, what I'm going to do with the TNT is, like, let's say there'll be a block of TNT here, and then I guess a redstone torch or something underneath it to wire it up, and then I'll run the wire down through, and then the water will already be here, so it'll be source blocks of water all the way across, and then I'm going to self the TNT all the way down, and hope that then the area underneath will fill in nicely. I really don't know if it'll work or not, but we're gonna do it. And if it doesn't, if it looks like shit, I can, you know, manually fix it. I want to set off some TNT. I rarely set off TNT, and I don't know. Seems like the thing to do. So I've finally decided that I'm gonna start looking at snapshots. I hate to do it. I really do. But here's the reason why I've changed who I am. I'm not gonna make videos of snapshots. There's plenty of people doing that already, and I think a lot of it is view whoring. I mean, there are people that do it right. Like many people on the server, I know for a fact do it right, where you know they're showing you something, but they're not making 17 videos saying, "Hey, look, a new block." All right, that's one video. Hey, look, another new block. You know, that shit, that's just gross, man. That's someone that's just trying to get a bunch of views, and they're cheating the system to do it. So yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm obviously not gonna do that, but I'm not gonna make snapshot videos either. No, I think the way that Mojang has changed how they do stuff is left me with no choice but to look at the snapshots. Because honestly, for one thing, I need to be able to talk to the people on the server about stuff without them worrying about spoilers all the time. And also, the thing is, the stuff is out there for so long. If I don't know why that's still up. If I don't start looking at snapshots, I'm just gonna be out of the loop. I'll be an old man basically. By the time the stuff comes out, and then I have to read the comments, you know, where you guys are basically telling me I'm an idiot for not knowing this or that, or how to make this or that or whatever. So, decided to give in to the system, and I will now be a snapshot looker-atter. I'm not happy about it, but I don't have a choice. That's just the world we live in. There's just no other option. Mojang has tied my hands. I really miss the days of secret updates and stuff like that. What they're doing now is good for testing, for sure, but it sucks for people like me that really enjoys playing a game blind and, you know, learning as I go along and sharing that experience with the viewers. I really do enjoy that. I think I'm going to make this connect to that, but we won't do that right now. Actually, I guess they will connect together automatically. I actually ran around this area for quite a while yesterday, looking around, and I found a really cool looking cave system. I think it's in that mountain right there, that I'm gonna have to show you guys sometime. I think I'm gonna go mess around with this cabin some, because we're about 15 minutes into this video and I don't want to just dig sand or dirt the whole time. That's something I can do on my own. I mainly want to see what kind of enchant I got and give you guys an idea of what my plan is, and then I'll put that stuff together and you guys can see it. I definitely won't explode any TNT without you guys. But oh yeah, where the lava was at over there, I guess you guys saw that I went ahead and filled that in with sand. So anyways, I promised you guys a story about the accidental BLT. And it was a pretty good story, I think. I may be hyping this up more than it actually is good though. So don't get your hopes up too much here. So the story began like any other. No. um, we had, I don't remember what we had done earlier in the night, but I had gone downstairs to meet up with I told you guys about him, Nick, and his wife, and then another guy that I ran into. His name was Mike, and I'd spent quite a bit of the night with them. We hung out just in the hotel for a little while, talked. Then Eric Fullerton texted me and said that he was in, I think, the Hilton. I think it's where he was at, down in the down by the pool. They were out there smoking, and he asked if we wanted to come over and hang out. So I mentioned it, and they're like, "Yeah, sure, let's go." They weren't really familiar with the shaft, but I was like, you'll like him if you meet him. So we left, and we went over there, and the thing was, the cell towers were just shot because there was the number of people that were there. Using the internet, like if you send out a tweet, if you managed to get the tweet to go through, it would take like 20 minutes to actually see the tweets load up. It was horrific. The same thing with text. You send somebody a text and it doesn't. They don't actually get it for like 30 minutes or something. It was bad. Like the first night we got there, I went over to get badges, and I already had pre-registered, so I just had to go pick up my badge. But Mad Cow had to actually buy a badge, and whoops. And I had tweeted him when I got done, not tweeted, texted him when I got done, and it was like, "Hey, I got my badge. Where you at?" Because I figured his line would be longer, and he didn't see my text. He'd gone back to the hotel. He'd gone back to the hotel and was taking a shower or something, and then like 30 minutes or 45 minutes later, like I stood in line at the merchandise store and bought my daughter the little stuffed dragon, which apparently are limited edition. There's only 500 of them. It was $20, this tiny little dragon, and I was like, man, I just got ripped off. And then I was getting on the elevator, and someone was like, oh, you managed to get one of the limited 500 dragons. And I was like, oh, okay. Dude, Zisto, are we going to sleep or not? Let's sleep together, Zisto. Zisto. Sleep. Is that... He didn't say no. Is that a no? What are we doing? No. I was so scared. There's nothing around me. That's amazing, except for that ender guy. But yeah, no, anyways, I get back to the hotel after waiting in line, all this stuff, and then I get a text that I'm going back to the hotel to take a shower. I was like, jeez, like, when did you send this? It was like a long time ago, man. But anyways, I've gone way off track here. Alright, let's start laying down. I kind of want to do this, this crazy, like, let's see how this looks. Oops, damn it. Oh, I don't have my axe on me no more. Dang it. Whoa, whoa! Shit. Who needs an axe? I don't know how this is going to work, actually. Now that I'm doing it. This was my plan, but, in real life, it looks better because you notch it. Oh, I guess I could, yeah, there we go. Well, that still won't look right there. I guess what I do is I still do that, but I leave it every other one. But I still fill them in. All the way across. I wonder if that would look better if I used different types of wood for each layer. Like spruce wood and jungle wood. back and forth. Dang it, I took my amazing pick off the bar. So anyways, we end up missing Eric, and then we come back to the hotel, and it was getting late, so I was like, well, I'm gonna go up to the room, and so we end up separating, and I get back up to the room, and it's only like maybe 1 or 2 or something, and everyone's in bed. It was like, what the hell are you guys doing? You're all in bed. So I woke everybody up to ask them why they were in bed, and they were like, screw you, we're tired. So I was like, okay, well, fuck this. I'm not just gonna come up here and go to bed at 1 o'clock in the morning. Like, I figured everybody was upstairs doing something, you know, playing Magic or something. So anyways, I texted Eric back, and I went and hung out with him for a while, and I ended up getting back to the room around 4:30, something like that. 4:30 or 5, somewhere in that area, and everyone was still in bed, obviously. So I come in, I was trying to be all quiet, but I wasn't doing a very good job of that. So I wake up everybody in the room, and they're like, you know, what the fuck, man? And I'm like, well, I'm hungry. Anybody else hungry? I'd had a little bit to drink, and so Scott was also hungry, and so was Mad Cow, and I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna find us something to eat. And so I called down the front desk, and I'm like, what's open at this time of night, morning, whatever, around here? Is there anything? You know, like room service I think stopped at 4 a.m. So room service was out, and she's like, yeah, there's this place called Metro Cafe that's down the road that's open. I was like, all right, cool. So I tell them, you know, Metro Cafe, that's where we're going. And do I not have? I really don't have anything here. Where the hell? Well, whatever. I'll make a new axe. I don't know what happened to my axe. Lost it. Maybe I used it all up. I don't remember using it all up there. Let's see if I can put a level 2 enchant on it. Show me 2. Show me 2. Damn, I'm gonna put fucking torches down. I don't wanna. Alright, bastard. It's better than nothing. So we leave the hotel, and me and Scott had gone out the first night, because Mad Cow wanted some alcohol, and I was like, well, we can walk to the liquor store. But it was like midnight, and I was like, man, the liquor stores are closed at like 9 around my place. So we went downstairs and asked the woman at the front desk what time liquor stores closed, and she's like, oh, they're definitely still open. It's like, okay. So she gave us directions to the closed liquor store. Got there, the shit was closed as hell, man. So anyways, we'd already gone out on the streets the first night and dealt with homeless people asking for money and all that. And I don't get afraid of homeless people or anything like that. But Scott was like terrified, man, and I didn't realize it until later, basically. But we get out in front of the hotel, and there's a guy out there, and he asks where we're going, and we tell him we're going to the Metro Cafe, and he's like, oh man, I'll give you an escort. And I was like, okay, we don't know where we're going. So Scott gives him $2, and I didn't have any cash the entire time. I don't use cash. I always use my card for everything. So I never had any cash to give anybody. And so anyway, Scott gives the guy $2, and the guy points to where the Metro Cafe is, and you could see it from where we'd walked out of the hotel. So it wasn't like we were even going that far or anything. It was just a sad display. But we'd already paid the man, so he takes us there, escorts us. And so we get into this place, and man, I don't know if there's pictures online of this Metro Cafe in downtown Atlanta, but if you can find pictures of it, you have to. I regret that I did not bring my camcorder with me to this place, because if I could have just had my camcorder sitting on the table just to pick up the audio from everything that happened in here, it was just beautiful. So we get in, and you go up these two levels of stairs to the hostess, and the whole place is like mirrors and these blue neon signs with like words like steak and stuff like that on them. It's kind of like a Waffle House type place without the waffles really, but it's like grimy and grungy and gross. Just it's just the nastiest of places. But you know they're the only thing open in the area, so no one even questions it, right? Because you're just happy to your drunk ass can get something to eat this time of morning. So we come in and go up to the hostess, and she's like, "Where y'all want to sit?" And Scott's like, "Well, can we sit over there?" She's like, "Sure, whatever." And so we walk over there, and we take a seat, and she comes up, throws the menus down, and walks off. She's like, I think she said something like, "Have a good night," or something like that. She was gone, and so I'm already giggling, man, because I'm like, man, this is gonna be awesome. So then here comes the waiter, and he walks up. I mean, we had been there maybe 45 seconds tops. Walks up, and he's like, "So what do you guys want to drink?" And we knew what we wanted to drink. So anyways, I get unsweet tea. Mad Cow gets Sprite, and I think Scott got a water. It was either a water or Pepsi or something like that. It doesn't really matter what he got. So then waiter says, "All right, what do you want to eat?" And we were like, we're not sure. Give us a second. So he stands there, waits about 30 seconds, and he's like, "All right, how about now?" Shit you not, man. 2, 3, 4. Perfect. I made an axe just for this occasion. So I was scared at this point. I knew that I needed to order, or else I may not get to even eat. So like I just ordered the hamburger, and Macau gets French toast, and Scott gets cheese sticks. So waiter walks off. When he comes back with the drinks, he goes, "Here's your tea, here's your Sprite, and here's your whatever," and just throws it down. And I just go to giggling, man. I don't even wait for the guy to walk away. I just bust out laughing because that shit was just too fucking funny, man. And and Mad Cow and Scott are both just looking at me like, "You need to shut up. They're gonna spit in our food." And I couldn't help it, man. I could not stop laughing to save my life. I could not. It was just everything that was happening to me at this moment was the funniest shit that had ever happened to me ever. So we get our food. It was terrible, but that was expected. We didn't complain about anything ever. I would not even consider it. And the other Scott, he had stayed back in the room, but he said he wanted something to eat. He just didn't feel like going out, so he told us he wanted a bacon, egg, and cheese sandwich. And the menu was tiny. It only had certain things on it, and for some reason, Mad Cow and Scott had been talking about a BLT, and let's see here. I should have. Yeah, okay, that's right, because I want it to. I really want to overlap. They've been talking about a BLT, and so for some reason I got in my head that that's what Scott had wanted was a BLT, not a. Oh wait, I messed up here. This has got to go this way. Oh well, this is not so easy. It's getting dark again. God damn it! I think I'm just gonna hope for the best. So the waiter comes up with our check, and I'm like, there's not a BLT on the menu. Are you guys able to make a BLT? And he's like, yeah, we can make a BLT. And then Scott says, oh, no, it's not a BLT we need. We need a bacon, egg, and cheese. And the waiter goes, "Ooh!" and walks off. That's all he said was, "Woo!" Oh, and again, I'm just laughing. And so he's gone for like 15 or 20 minutes or so. And we're just like, well, I guess something's happening. He's working it out, whatever. And he comes back, and he's like, your sandwiches are almost ready. And he walks off again. And I'm like, did he say sandwiches? Like more than one? And they're like, yeah, I think you gotta be OT. I was like, damn it, I didn't want to be OT. So he comes back a few minutes later, and sure enough, I got a BOT. And not only did I get a BOT, what they did is they charged me for a club sandwich, and they took the ham and turkey off. It was the most expensive thing we ate. It was $15. And like everything else, like the hamburger was like, oh my god, you guys say these are like pistons, but they're just not. Like that, a piston would have not faced that way. Shit's so dumb. But I didn't even argue. I even paid for everyone else's food, that because it was just this is what has happened. This is what's happening, and I'm committed, and I'm accepting everything that has happened to me this night. So anyways, we leave after getting this stuff I didn't even order and having the craziest dining experience of my life. And I mean, I've had some crazy dining experiences in Waffle Houses and stuff like that, but this was pretty crazy. This was right up there. And anyways, we leave, and the guy that escorted us there is waiting outside. He had not left, and he's like, "You guys need an escort back?" We were like, sure." And I was like, "Hey man, you like BLTs?" So I gave the homeless man my BLT. He was so happy. And he sure enough did escort us back too, man. Me and Scott started walking the wrong way, and he was like, "No, that's not the way, guys." And so he took us right back. And apparently there was some big guy standing in the walkway, like on the way back. I didn't even see him, man. I was not paying attention to any of this stuff. And I guess Mad Cow like walked straight at him, like he wasn't afraid. And the guy just got out of the way. But Scott was convinced the guy was like gonna rob us, and Mad Cow said the same thing. He was like, "Yeah, the guy was just standing there and in the way." So apparently we were almost robbed or something. I don't know. Maybe the guy with the BOT would have saved us. I don't think so. I think he would have just taken that shit and ran. But yeah, I thought that was a pretty good story. That was something that was definitely random. I don't know if I ever told, whenever Pela and Phalanx, back when we used to play Warcraft together, when they flew down to visit, we had a big guild gathering. There was some guys that were in our guild that were in the military, and they had spent a while in Iraq. And whenever they were getting out of the military, we decided to have a big guild gathering at my house. And so like 12 people came down and stayed at my house for what was a variation of times. Some of them stayed for 2 weeks, some stayed for just one. All the Canadians stayed for 2 weeks. But because it was expensive as hell for them to fly down here, which is crazy because my trip to Paris seemed as much as what they spent then. But anyways, the first place I took them whenever they landed was was Waffle House, because they don't have Waffle Houses around them, and they had no idea. And I was like, well, that's somewhere you have to eat when you're in America, at least once. It's at the Waffle House. And that was quite the experience. Pela, one of the people that was in our guild for a long time, her name was Nika. And so Pela's sitting there and we're talking, and well, first off, he had ordered something on some Texas toast or something, some burger or something on Texas toast, and it got made, but the cook used the wrong toast, so she sat the burger down in front of Pela, and then she's like, "Oh, that's the wrong bread," and just takes it away. And so he's sitting there, he's looking at me, and he's like, "What just happened? Why'd they give me my food and then take it away? Did I do something wrong?" And I was like, "No, man, she says the wrong bread." And so the cook wasn't making new. It was just sitting there on the counter, like away from him where he couldn't have it. And after like 5 minutes, he's like, Can I have that, please? I'm really hungry." So she let him eat his burger even though it was on the wrong bread. I had to mute my mic there for a second. I had to sneeze. And then she goes to start washing dishes, and we're sitting there at the bar, and the hose that the dishwasher's hooked up to is messed up, so she starts just spraying us down with water. And I was like, hey, stop! I already had a shower today. And so she stops spraying us down, and she walks off, and then she comes back like 10 minutes later and starts washing dishes again and sprays us again. I'm like, it's only been a few minutes, did you forget? Damn woman. But anyways, we're sitting there, and he starts talking about Nika. This is after all this other stuff that I just talked about has happened. And the waitress was black, and she misunderstood what he was saying. She didn't hear Nika at all. She heard other words, and she got really upset about this. And he was like, then he just started saying more. No, Nika. Oh, it was good stuff. Yep. I need to make a roof here. I need to get some glass. Those are windows, by the way. I'm scared for my life now. There's just too many things have happened. There's just this creeper's gonna come in, and he's gonna come right up these stairs. Maybe not. What's he doing? Does he not know about me? Don't blow up. Please don't blow up. Alright. There's a lot of creepers out here. Well, I think I'm going to call this an episode for the day. We got a little log cabin kind of built out here. I think I'm going to have... It's not going to be perfect. I think I'm going to leave some holes in the roof and stuff like that. Show a little bit of wear and tear. Maybe. I don't know. It's mainly just like the cow farmer's cabin type of place. That's the idea. I like these little crossed logs, and I think the color for the different types of logs look okay. I like it. I might should have done like a zebra floor or something there. Nah. But I'm gonna try to work on that in between this time and next time. And I've got a prank in the works. I was halfway done with it, and then I'll have to explain it whenever I actually do what I'm doing. But what I was going to do got a little bit messed up, so I had to start over. But I'll explain it whenever I actually perform the prank. And that's going to come up here in the near future. I don't know when exactly, but as soon as I get everything together. It's a little bit of prep work. I need a lot of blocks. So I'm working on it there when I have the time. But yeah, I appreciate you guys watching as always, and I'll see you next time. Always on fire.
You watching GuudeBoulderfist. You watching GuudeBoulderfist. You watching GuudeBoulderfist. Fighting just to save his life, got you laughing every night.
Yes. You know your diamond shit just got fucked. Does the way things explode out of them from all sides.